Today's video is 6.5 where students solve problems involving percents. So the great thing about today is we're going to use the same percent proportion that we used with our last lesson. So if you write your percent as a fraction, p over 100, it's always going to equal your part divided by your whole. So we're going to use that proportion to solve today's problems. Now we're going to look at example 1. What percent of 30 is 27? So to solve this, I'm going to use that percent proportion we were talking about. So p over 100 equals the part over the whole. And like you may know, the key word for part is, and the key word for whole is of. Now be careful with those keywords, because in story problems sometimes they use those words and they distract you. But when it's written like a sentence like this, it'll help us a lot to figure out what is our part and what is our whole. So our percent is our unknown. What is the percent? The whole of would be 30, and the part is going to be 27. So now I'm going to plug in all that information into our percent proportion. So p is going to remain our variable to represent our percent. Then our part goes on top, so I'm going to put 27 there. And 30 is going to be our whole, so it's going to go on bottom. We've been working hard to master our cross product skills, so I'm going to use that today. So 27 times 100 is 2700, and 30 times p is 30p. Now we always look at the side with the variable to decide what to divide by. So I'm going to divide by 30. Sorry, I'm running out of room here. So if I take off 1 0 from each number, I just have to know that 3 goes into 27 9 times, and then I got that extra 0. So 90 equals p. So our answer is going to be 90%. Now hopefully you saved enough room so you can use on the right side of your notes page. We're going to solve another problem to practice with together. So I have 56 is 140% of what number? So this one's worded a little bit different, so we're going to use the same proportion, but we're solving for the whole this time instead of the part. So you can see the percent is given, so that is the number that you're always going to write on top of 100. So notice I did not use the percent symbol. I just wrote the percent as a fraction, so that's why I don't need the symbol. That's going to equal, see that word is, so 56 is my part, and I'm solving for my whole, my unknown. So you can use whatever variable you like there. Again, I'm putting my cross product skills to work, and I am going to multiply 56 times 100 and 140 and x. So I have 5,600 equals 140. I'm going to look at the side with the variable, so I know to divide by 140. Do the same thing to the other side of your equation. Knock off those zeros since they both have 1. And now I just have to divide 560 divided by 14, which equals 40. Okay, this one's not a percent, so I don't need that percent symbol. It's just 40. Now I want you to look back to our original ratio that we had here. So I have 56 over 40. You might think that's an improper fraction or an improper ratio in this situation, but that's okay because remember we started with 140%, so that means that it's over 100%. So that is why we have the improper fraction. Now it's your turn to show us what you can do. So you're going to take, where'd my keyboard go? You're going to take what percent of 50 is 9. So go ahead and pause your video so you can try that on your own and then check back with me to see if we have the same answer. For this one, the percent is our unknown, so that's where my variable is going to be, p over 100. Then I'm looking for those key words. Is my part, so I'm going to put that on top. And then 50 is my whole, so it's going to go on bottom. Now I use my cross products, and I got 900 equals 50p. I'm going to divide by 50 on both sides of my equation and drop some zeros. So p equals 90 divided by 5, which is 18. So my answer is 18%. On the right side of your notes, we're going to try one more example, or practice problem. So write down 30 is 15% of what number? This one is worded just like the second one in example 1. So we're going to set it up pretty much just like that, where we know the percent. So we're going to put it over 100 without the percent symbol. And then 30 represents our part, and we're solving for our whole. So my cross products are 3,000, because I got those 3 zeros, equals 15x. Now I get to divide by 15, divide by 15, and 3,000 divided by 15 is 200. So that is a number, 200. Now let's plug in the 200 and see if we have a reasonable answer. And what I notice is that if I take 100 times 2, I get 200. If I take 15 times 2, I get 30. So I can use some mental math there, and it looks like I got a good answer because those two ratios are equal or proportional. So we're done.